Alright guys, what's going on, and welcome back to the Bit of Footy YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be running through my round 19 tips for the 2024 AFL Premiership season. Now last round, in round number 18, I actually did alright tipping wise. As you can see on the screen right about now, I got a total of 6 out of 9 tips last round. So yeah, I only got 3 tips incorrect last round, and those 3 tips that I got incorrect were the Pies tip, sadly, the Blues tip, which in the video, the round 18 tips video, I actually tipped the Dogs to win, but then in real life I changed my tip to the Blues to win, so I got that tip incorrect, and I got the Bombers tip incorrect as well. Every other tip I did in fact get correct, and on Sunday, Jesus, I got all the tips correct as well, but I feel like most people may have done that as well. But yeah, that's how I did back in round 18, where that has me in my own tipping comp. That currently has me in equal 25th spot, and I'm on a total points tally of 91 points in total. In first spot, we have Yusuf again, who got 4 out of 9 tips last round, so you just be careful there, Yusuf, and is on a total points tally of 105 points in total. But we do have 2 people only 2 points behind Yusuf in equal second spot, so be careful at the top there, Yusuf. You're gonna have to have a good round this round. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a look and see what my tips are for round number 19 of the 2024 AFL Premiership season. Alright, kicking off round number 19 of the 2024 AFL Premiership season, depending on when I can get this video out. We have got Essendon taking on the Adelaide Crows at Marvel Stadium, Friday, 7:40 p.m. The Bombers, they're coming off a loss to the hands of the D's, and the Crows, they're coming off a win to, against the Saints. It should be a very good game, this one, especially, you know, if we're going off the last time that these two met each other at the Adelaide Oval. It should be a ripping game, this one. Obviously, the Bombers got up by a margin of 3 points in that game the last time these two teams met, but there was a bit of controversy behind that game. I won't get too much into it, but yeah, the Bombers ended up winning by 3 points in that one. Should be a good game. I do think the Bombers will get up in this one. I do think it'll be a little bit of a tight game, could even be high scoring, but I think the Bombers will be a little bit too good at Marvel Stadium. They normally play very well at Marvel Stadium. It is a fast-paced surface at Marvel Stadium, and I think it suits the Bombers' play style very kindly. I feel like I've said that before, but I genuinely believe that to be a fact. So yeah, it should be a good game. I'm going to be backing in the Bombers in this one by a margin of 14 points over the Crows. Then we move on to the Saturday schedule. We've got, you know, the Super Saturday on Fox. Why not? We've got 2 1:45 games. I'll start it off here with the Saints taking on the Eagles at Marvel Stadium. The Saints, they're coming off that loss against the Crows, and the Eagles, they're coming off a 13-point loss against the Lions. They did play relatively well in that game against the Lions, the Eagles, but I do know it was Simo's, last game. So yeah, they put on a good performance for Simo in that game, the Eagles, but they haven't won away from home this season, the Eagles, and I do think it's going to be a tough ask against the Saints at Marvel Stadium. The Saints, obviously, Marvel Stadium is their home ground, so it's going to be a tough ask for the Eagles in this one. So yeah, I'm going to be tipping the Saints in this one against the Eagles. Hopefully the Eagles can bring that competitive spirit that they had last game against the Lions last round, but it's going to be tough for them, and I'm hearing that there is a lot of outs for the Eagles in this game, especially to some of their very experienced and good players as well. So it's going to be a tough ask for the Eagles. So yeah, I'm going to be tipping the Saints in this one over the Eagles. Then we move on to the other 1:45 game at NG Stadium. It is the Giants taking on the Suns in the Expansion Cup. The Giants are coming off a 24-point win over the Tigers. The Suns are coming off I think it was a 14-point win over the Power last round. I think it was 14 points. I can't really remember, but they got the job done over Port Adelaide last round to continue their ridiculous home winning streak. But compare that to their away streak, and you can see why I'm going to be tipping the Giants in this game. I do hope that the Suns, really put it all out there, because it would be kind of a little bit sad if they don't win a game away from home this season. So hopefully they just put it all out on the line in this game and really take it to the Giants. But the Giants, they're clicking well. They've got the orange tsunami going. They're clicking well at the right end of the season as well. I feel like they always do that. They're playing very well together as a group. So yeah, I'm going to be backing in the Giants in this one over the Suns. Then we move on to one of the biggest games of the round. It is a huge game with massive ramifications. We've got the Hawks taking on my Pies, 4:35 at the MCG. The Hawks are coming off a win over Freo down in Tassie, and my Pies are sadly coming off a loss against the Cats. The Hawks are coming into this game the more informed team, and they always play well against us. I swear, no matter where we are on the ladder, the Hawks will always play well against us. They did in Gather Round as well. They almost pinched a win in that game in the dying moments, but we managed to just hold on and beat the Hawks in that one. Should be a cracking game, this one as well, at the MCG. Could be a big crowd as well. But yeah, we know the importance of this game. Basically, both teams are fighting to keep their finals chances alive in this one. Those are the ramifications of this game. Should be a ripper. I'm nervous because, like I said before, the Hawks, they always play well against us no matter where we are on the ladder. But I'm also excited because we do have Dan McStay back in the side, which is a massive inclusion, considering that we did get Elliott back in the side last round as well. We've also got Howe back in the side as well this round, and O'Sullivan comes back into the side as well. Then you got the Hawks who bring back Ginnivan and McGuinness as well. McGuinness to tag Dacos as well. So yeah, it's just going to be set up for a massive game. Can't wait to go. I'll be there on Saturday evening vlogging the game. I can't wait. Like I said, I'm nervous. I'm excited. But I am going to be tipping my Pies to get the job done. I feel like we can get the job done. I believe we can get the job done. I reckon we're going to be, obviously we're going to be challenged hard by the Hawks. It's going to be a must-win game for both of us. But I have faith in my boys. I reckon we can get the job done. So I'm tipping my Pies to get the job done. Come on, Pies. Let's do it. I reckon, yeah, we're just going to be up and about for the challenge and be able to get the job done in a big game. I do think it'll be a close game, though. That's what I reckon. But I reckon we'll get the job done in this one. Come on, the Pies. I believe. Then we move on to the 2 7:30 games on Saturday night. We will start off with Port Adelaide taking on Richmond at the Adelaide Oval. Port Adelaide are coming off that loss to the hands of the Suns, and the Tigers, they're coming off that loss to the hands of the Giants. The Tigers actually played well against the Giants last round. They put up a score of 84 points against a very attacking side in the Giants, so they played pretty decent. I do think it's going to be a lot tougher, though, away from home to produce that sort of, mentality that they came out with last round against the Giants. But, they could do it. They could play very well and maybe cause an upset. I mean, the last time they played at the Adelaide Oval, they caused an upset and beat the Crows. But I don't know. I don't think the same thing will happen here. I think the Power will be too good at home in front of their home fans at the Adelaide Oval. So yeah, I'm tipping the Power to beat the Tigers in this one at home. Then we go to the other 7:30 game on the Saturday. We've got the Cats taking on the Dogs at GMHBA Stadium down in Geelong. The Cats, they're coming off that win against my Pies. Sadly, the Dogs, they're coming off a big win for them over the Blues last round. And what a win that was for them. They had a pretty undermanned backline, but they still managed to get the job done by a margin of 14 points as well. In the end, Jamara, he just played out of his skin. And yeah, all the Dogs players played very well in that game to get up in that one over the Blues. yeah, it should be a good game, this one. It normally is between the dogs, or the Cats and the Dogs. I mean, if Gather Round is anything to go by, the game that they played against each other in Gather Round, this one should be a good one. I'm going to be tipping the Cats to get the job done in this one. It is in Geelong, and the Cats, they seem to be clicking at the right end of the season, which is, you know, a scary prospect for all other teams when the Cats get up and about, and that's what they're doing at the moment. They're playing some good footy. It will be a challenging game, this one, though. They'll really have to be on from the first bounce, the Cats, because the Dogs, they're playing some good footy at the moment, but I still feel like they'll get the 4 points in this one, so I'm tipping the Cats in this one over the Dogs. Then we move on to the 3 Sunday games to complete round number 19. We kick off 1:10 p.m. or at 1:10 p.m. at the Gabba. I don't know how this is a 1:10 p.m. game on a Sunday, but it is. We've got the Lions taking on the Swans at the Gabba. The Lions are coming off a 13-point win over the Eagles. The Swans are coming off a big win over North Melbourne. Yeah, should be a good game, this one. It is at the Gabba, the home of the Lions, so they're gonna want to, you know, play very well in front of their home fans. But I think the Swans will get the job done in this one. I've said it all year, but they're playing terrific footy. Even in their losses, they've only lost by like minimal margins when they do lose, and that just proves that they're a tough team to beat in games. So yeah, I'm going to be tipping the Swans to get the job done in this one away from home at the Gabba. I do think it'll be a very good game. Like I said before, it is at the Gabba, so I think the Lions will want to play very well in front of their home fans, and I think they will. I think they'll challenge the Swans, but I think the Swans will be too good in the end and get the job done in this one. The 3:20 game on the Sunday is Fremantle taking on Melbourne. Fremantle are coming off that loss to the Hawks down in Tassie. The D's are coming off that 17-point win over the Bombers without Gordon and without Petrarca as well. So that was a very impressive win for them without their number one ruckman. Yeah, it should be a good game, this one. I'm going to be tipping the Dockers to get the job done in this one. It is at Optus Stadium, and they normally do play very well at home, the Dockers. I do think it's going to be a bit of a closer margin than it was last time when these two teams met in Alice Springs, where the Dockers ended up winning by like 100 points, I think it was. I do think it's going to be a little bit closer than that. I think, you know, the D's are a better side nowadays than what they were when they played up in Alice Springs. So yeah, I think it's going to be a closer margin, but I think at home, the Dockers will get the job done in this one. And then the last game of the round, we've got Carlton taking on North Melbourne, 4:40 p.m. on the Sunday at Marvel Stadium. Carlton are coming off that loss against the Dogs. The Roos are coming off that loss against the Swans. I'm going to be tipping Carlton in this game to get the job done over North Melbourne. You know, the Blues, they've lost 2 in a row. Coming into this game, I don't think they'll want to make it 3 losses in a row heading to the back end of the season, and I don't think that will happen. So yeah, I'm going to be tipping the Blues in this one to get the job done. I do hope North Melbourne are competitive in this game. They were competitive in the first quarter against Sydney. They were only down by a margin of 2 points at quarter time, I believe. And then the Swans ran over them in every other quarter. So hopefully North Melbourne can be competitive in all quarters this game and make it a good one. But in the end, I think the Blues will be too good and get the job done over the Roos in this one. And yeah, those are my tips done and dusted for this round of footy, round number 19. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I don't know if I said this before, but I will be vlogging the Hawks versus Pies game on the Saturday evening. Should be a ripper of a game. Cannot wait to go. I'm nervous. I'm excited. But yeah, should be an absolute ripper. But yeah, go the Pies for that game. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you for that vlog either on Sunday or Monday. We'll see how we go. But yeah, cheers guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you for that vlog. Cheers.